So food for future. I mean, the funny thing is we are seeing always things so isolated. I mean, if you ask me as a microbiologist, it's interesting. We always talk about, if you want, so two important systems. I mean, it's culture, nurture, and it is, so to say, on the other hand, nature. So we have genes. But what we completely forget is we are also carrying with us 1 kilogram of microorganism in our guts and our skin. And as you learn as first native language, the local language, I think here in Estonia, or as you learn German or as you learn Italian, you should not forget the first 2 months you implement your specific microflora. And I'm just going a little excursion into science. If you take an obese mouse or a mouse which has quite a volume and you take their microflora and you have a slim mouse and you exchange the microflora, you exchange the phenotype. So the slim mouse becomes a relative obese mouse and the obese mouse becomes a slim mouse. So I guess just to tell you, food is much more than just, I think, getting happy in the evening and saying, I got what I want to eat, maybe mostly too much. It is also a matter of learning how this is interlinked to the environment. But this is not just a scientific journey. It's also a challenge. It's a challenge. How do we, so to say, if you want, so balance with nature? I think, so to say, taking this enormous amount of energy we're taking out of the soil, we're taking out of the resources of our seas and lakes and so forth to get enough agricultural products. Okay. Manufacturing, I guess sometimes people say the old continent should only become a service business, and this is strange because this is just a field where we are not too strong, okay? And we have still fantastic manufacturing companies, but I guess they have to learn to manufacture such that we are not like we would live on 4 planets, that we, so to say, live only on 1 planet, and I think this is a sustainable way of manufacturing. Security and safety, and again, I come to these topics. You could say, oh, my topic is not in. I come to it. And finally, mobility and smart cities. I mean, the cities, we see even this is a big thing happening in China and India. All people moving to cities, which is good because this is a discharge of what we put on the nature, that we are not, so to say, more and more spreading over the countryside. On the other hand, having in a city like Hyderabad or Tokyo or wherever 12, 16 million people living in one spot is an enormous challenge. And I think how to build an urbanian culture that really can, so to say, give a sustainable operation of 12 million people living so closely together. So now, some of you people may have long faces and my topic is not on, and others very happily say, well, I could see KIK, which is coming out here of Tallinn, which I hope it will, or being a major node or a hub of one of these, I think, innovation societies we're building. No, don't see it like this. All these topics, and this is the philosophy of our board colleagues in the EIT headquarters in Hungary, in Budapest, we are going not to select the KIK or the innovation factory when the next cycle of application comes, which are most to the comma and to the dot to the topic. We will select the one which are most entrepreneurial. So I think if you have, let's say, 5, 6 applications for the topic human life and health, we will not take now one which we specifically think is scientifically best fitting to the topic. We will select the one where we like the business plan, the CEO, the constellation of big and small business and universities and education institutions where we say they will achieve something. Like a venture capitalist to whom you send 100 business plans, selects the 4 or 5 he or she is putting her or his money on. Okay, so we have even used the word for this. We say, are they kickable? Okay, so with other words, are the application on the table which will come really moving into becoming an innovation factory, or this is just a dream or an illusion? Last and not least, if we are building KICs, failure is implicated, and this is important as a message to the politics. I don't think if we are building in the next 7, 8, 9 years another 6, 7, 8 KICs, so we have in the end 10 KICs, they all will become successful. I think if you invest into companies as a good venture fund, you know not all will succeed. And we have to be honest, and that is maybe which distinguishes us from the 2020 agenda programs which you need, like the framework programs and the research council. If you are a grant giver, you say you accept the outcome, whatever it is. as long it's scientifically sound, as long you are fulfilling other key performance parameter. We have to tell ourselves, if the kick doesn't become really a hub for innovation and it doesn't deliver in the three corners, I think at some stage we even may have to decide we are stopping the money and we are setting it rather in a new kick. And I guess the money we give as an investor is always in tranches and is always coupled to milestones. So that's the future which I see for the EIT and its kicks. And I hope that this country with this enormous dynamic I see, particularly also in the younger population, will participate and will become also a strong supporter and player in this arena. And thank you for your attention. I guess we should now rather start to stop talking and listening what you have to tell to us. Okay.